Welcome back, fellow Marvel Legends collectors, for one last final go at the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Sandman series. And for the last one, of course, we're taking a look at the Build-A-Figure Sandman. And whenever this figure was first announced, I was very happy to be able to finally get a Sandman figure in my Marvel Legends action figure collection. I never got any of the previous Toy Biz Sandman figures, and now that I have him here in hand, he has exceeded my expectations. I absolutely love the sand effects that they have given him on his arms, and the extra head sculpt with the kind of sand effect damage is great. I really love this extra head sculpt. Looks like Spider-Man has punched him in the side of the head. And what an amazing job they did with the transition of the paint from that kind of darker sand look into the brown of his hair. It's neat having those two different browns up here, showing that transition. Of course, has that yelling expression here. Eyes whited out. And it changes very easy with the Build-A-Figure. Just pop the old head on, or pop the old head off, pop the new one on. And now you have that damaged look going on with the cane Marco. And to show you this other head up close, I like this head sculpt as well. Grit in his teeth. All the paint apps came out pretty clean. So very cool having two options with the head sculpts. And we have two options with the heads. We have two options with the hands. Besides those sand hands, those overlarge sand hands that I have on right now, you can put this kind of club block hand on either his left or his right hand. And same thing with this spiked ball. It will fit on either hand as well. And both of these bigger pieces are made of a softer plastic. You can see where the soft plastic meets with the harder, where the seam is going all the way around. So you still have nice solid joint pieces. Very well thought out. And you can see the seams on here as well. But they're very easy to change. Like I said, you just put off the old and put on the new. Oh, knock this head off. Stick this one back on. And now you can see how these extra pieces fit on. And they're not too bulky since they're not made out of the same plastic. Since they made them out of that softer plastic. So it shouldn't make them fall over whenever you're putting them in exaggerated poses. So very well thought out by Hasbro. And now let's just get this figure up close and take a look at him from head to toe now. Well, we already took a look at his head from body to toe. And this figure does use the same body mold as the Absorbing Man from that Spider-Man Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure series. However, it works for Sandman. Paint apps came out great with the two shades of green. And of course his arms are totally new for Sandman. And being on camera almost doesn't even do it justice with all the detail in here. Of all these little grains. I think they did a phenomenal job with this sculpt. It really does look like sand when you have it in hand here. And parts of the actual fist have softer plastic on where those spiked parts of the fingers are. And same thing with the other hand. Let me pop this ball off and put on his left hand, which is an open hand. Of course, it has those spikes on it as well. They're all nice and soft. This whole left hand is actually made out of that soft material. But great detail all the way through. Very happy they made this into a Build-A-Figure. And of course, like I said, his body and legs are from the Absorbing Man. That belt came out nice though. Nice leather detail. Good silver on the actual buckles. Nice clean paint app there. And nothing too fancy with his legs. And his shoes came out nice as well. So, all in all, just an excellent sculpt for this Sandman. Very happy with it. The only other thing I could have wanted with this Build-A-Figure, since they gave the alternate head, it would have been nice to get some alternate regular arms as well, to have a regular Kane Marco. But, all in all, I'm not complaining too much, and his articulation is phenomenal. Of course, his head is on a ball joint and a hinge, which will rotate all the way around. Or, I'm sorry, not a hinge, it's a peg in there. So you can't get him to look too far down and back up without having that hinge, but still gets a good range. Ball joint and hinge at the shoulders, which will go up to 90 degrees, back down, all the way around. Cut at the upper bicep, which will get full rotation. Single hinge at the elbows, with the way these arms are. That's really all you need though. And then we do get the peg and hinge on the hand right at the wrist, which you can get surprisingly a good bit of movement out of for the size of those hands. And it's same with the blocks and the ball. As you can see, they have that peg and hinge as well. Of course, he has a very nice ab crunch, which we'll look at far down, that far back, so great there. Waist cut, which will get full rotation. And then the balls here at the hips, which you can get him to do a full split with. Great range there. Of course, you can get him to kick up to 90 degrees, and he does have a cut here at the upper thigh, which will get full rotation. So excellent upper leg articulation. And double jointed knees, which will go that far back, that far forward. And he does have the peg and hinge at the foot, which will get that much tilt and go this far forward and this far back. So not too much forward and back movement with the cuff of those pants, but that's really all you need. So excellent Build-A-Figure. I bought a lot of figures in this series just to build this guy, so it shows you how much I wanted him, and he is a great addition for any Spider-Man Marvel Legends collector. So, alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the reviews of this series, and stay tuned because I have the Spider-Man Homecoming series coming up next.